Hey everyone, Mrhappy here, and today I'm going to be watching and reacting to Final Fantasy XIV's new Starter Guide series. This is a playlist of 7 videos that was uploaded to the official YouTube channel to introduce new players to some basics of Final Fantasy XIV. And as someone who's been making guides for the game for many years now, figured I'd take a look, see how they did, and see if there's anything I might add onto what they're already saying, plus just see the production quality of everything. I did catch a few episodes of this already during the latest letter from the producer live, which is really what spurred me to do this video right now, because a lot of people asked me if I would watch the rest or if I had seen it at all up to that point. So here that video is. I'm also not going to use the green screen because, well, you may have noticed there is a cat. And if cat wants to be in the video, cat gets to be in the video. If I put the green screen up, the cat will run away because Ivy is scared of it for some reason. And now she doesn't want to be on camera. Hi, hey, you want to be at the start? Hey, yeah. Hey. People wonder what I do when I'm not working on videos. Ivy sitting here and basically making me a cuddle monster at my PC is the majority of it. Anyway, formal introductions aside, let's check out this series. It's 7 videos long, and the videos are between 2 to 5 minutes each. So let's get started. Oh, also, I've tested the audio before this. So I found out that my computer has been changing my audio settings on its own. So if it changed it between when I tested this and when I'm recording it, which is about 5 minutes, I'm going to be livid. Okay? Let's continue.
Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Is that Eos or Celine? I think it's Celine. If it's Celine, we're off to a good start. That's all I want to say.
I'm Mayra, a scholar and one
Hello,
of
Mayra.
millions of players adventuring through the ever-expanding world of Eorzea. In this series, I'll be introducing you to some early tips to help you get the most out of your adventure.
Okay.
From character creation and basic game mechanics to dungeons.
Probably wasn't the best idea to make her a Viera, because I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lack of headgear quite frequently in this video. That may not have been 100% wise of them to have made that decision.
Boss battles and more. And it just so happens I've got a friend eager to start his adventure today as well.
Awesome.
Let's recruit him, shall we?
Oh, all right. Thanks for the invite, man.
I wish Recruit a Friend was that easy. It's not. It's like having to send an email or a copy of code and send it over. I have all my Recruit a Friend rewards already, but that's all this is. This is a video series of her trying to get him to subscribe enough months to get the Recruit a Friend rewards. I think I figured it out.
Mayra?
Hi there, Kaz. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Yes! I keep hearing about it, and I had to try it for myself. Hi, you're the pro, though, so, you know, what am I getting into?
You've come
you'll
to
be
the
fine.
right scholar. Let me show you.
Whoa.
Final Fantasy
a
XIV
portal?
Online is the critically acclaimed online RPG where you embark on the journey of a lifetime
Had to do it.
and reforge the fate of Eorzea.
It's only part of the meme. She said critically acclaimed, but we all heard the rest in our head. She said it, and we were like, critically acclaimed MMORPG with a free trial that goes up to level 60, including the first expansion, Heavensward. We all knew it was coming.
Though it is the 14th entry in the Final Fantasy series, it has a self-contained story with its unique universe and lore. So if this is your first
There's a lot of
Final
benchmark
Fantasy,
footage here.
welcome. This is the
Hi.
perfect place to start. The best part is, it's constantly expanding. So whether you're playing solo at your own pace through the main storyline,
the game doesn't
or you
end with
join other
Endwalker,
players
guys.
to explore this world together, you'll always find a new, exciting adventure waiting for you. Basically, it's a heck of a lot of fun.
Oh, let's do
That's
it! Man.
So I saw this part during the live letter, and I instantly thought, that's toxic. Also, you can't use rescue out of combat. So that's an error. Not one we're going to take seriously, but just saying, you know, that's toxic and doesn't work like that.
Well, you could go now, but if you spare a few minutes with me, I can offer some useful tips to make your adventure even better.
And help me become the adventurer of my dreams? Yes, please.
All right.
Good choice.
Very good choice. Yeah, so I saw that one during the producer letter live, and so I knew what to expect going in. Had a few comments stored away for this video. I think they aired to about like the midway point of episode 2. This is actually episode 1. That was considered episode 0. Creating a character using the map and main scenario quests. All right.
Oh,
of course these
ears.
Ivy, look.
Oh, a Makote,
Ivy,
huh?
stop cleaning yourself.
Now
Okay, you're off
pick my
camera.
class.
That's fine.
I love the look of the gladiator. It's just a shame I'll never learn how to be an archer.
Well, that's the beauty of Final Fantasy XIV Online. Your character can actually play every class in the game.
That's probably one of the most important things they could have included. I think that's an element that people who don't do any research or don't know anything, they don't know that. I still to this day run into people that don't understand you can play every job on one character because they're just getting in. So probably one of the most important things they could have said, and it's less than 30 seconds into the video. So big thumbs up there.
Classes are
Once
split
again,
into
though,
3 roles.
the Vieira's,
Tanks,
the
who hold
headpieces,
the enemy's attention and soak up
still
their
may not have been
attacks.
the best
There are
decision.
damage dealing or DPS classes, who take down enemies as quickly as possible, and healers, who, well, heal the party.
Hey, that outfit looks
You
familiar.
choose your starting class now, but once you reach level 10,
Also,
you can
yeah,
unlock
other good detail, lock other class. So it's not just after reaching level 10, you do have to do the level 10 class quest, but with the way the game kind of guides you through it, as long as they make mention of the follow-up quests, the class quests and whatnot, then yeah, that'll be fine because it pops up on the screen when you can unlock other classes anyway.
and change to other classes whenever you like. Also, your character's gender, race, patron deity, or date of birth
Another important
won't
detail.
limit any major aspects
All
of your
very common
gameplay.
questions.
And
Very
you'll
good
even
to
have
get
the
out of the
option
way.
to change your appearance later in the game. So don't worry too much and just create a
They leave that out. So they say you'll have the option, but it does require you to use an item called a Fantasia, which they'll give you one for free. I think it's still only one when you finish the level 50 MSQ, but that otherwise costs real money to do. You can change other things about your appearance with the esthetician, you know, with most races, you know, your hairstyle or certain aspects of your character's appearance, but whole race and gender changes and all that, other than that one free Fantasia you get, will cost real money to do.
character that you like.
That is amazing. I'm gonna start as an archer. No, arcanist. No, lancer.
Pick one.
An enemy. Gladiator sounds great. Oh, can't wait to try the others later. Let's do this.
Oh, I thought she doesn't rescue him again.
Yeah, no big deal. Got 12 XP.
You can earn much
What is
more
this, Final
experience
Fantasy
while
11?
enjoying the story. Let me show you how
Wait,
it's
you also
done.
can't fight anything
If you
until
want to
after you
succeed,
start the
learn
MSQ.
to read the map. Fewer random enemies, more main scenario quests, or MSQs. These are the quests you follow to
MSQs.
experience the main story. By completing
Yeah.
them, you'll earn some fantastic rewards
I like the way
and
this
level
map
up much faster.
does
You'll
the
also have
quest
the option to
effects.
follow loads of side
quests and quests
These
unlock new
won't
duties
impact
or
your main
features.
story,
Yeah.
but they will help you explore
Basic
the
stuff.
world and earn guild,
All
experience,
valuable.
and other rewards.
Oh, I'd love to check out my first MSQ.
Great! Then let's get you to the Adventurers Guild.
All the NPCs. These NPCs
That's
have been here
Momodi.
for years.
See the meteor icon above her head? That's how you know you should talk to her for your MSQ objective, which will be updated in your main scenario guide as you progress, here on the upper left.
Good,
Keep a
good.
lookout for those icons, as well as other quest types. And you can always access your journal to keep track of...
Okay, so this isn't an actual criticism, but I was also surprised during the live letter when they came to the section and specifically showed the controller settings for it. I think that's going to be a little, not even weird, because there's a lot of people who play on controller, even on PC. People playing with controller is fairly common. It's very well thought out, very well done. I think a lot of people kind of see MMO and don't think to show the controller settings, but it was probably the right thing to do. Because I think a lot of people think, even if they play on console, that it is an MMO and maybe it's not optimized for controller, when the game is in fact that way. So this gave me a chuckle when I first saw it, especially with in the bottom right corner. By the way, for mouse and keyboard, you would press J after showing all the menuing for the controller version. But yeah, no, the game works very well on controller, minus a few things that they could probably do to improve, but you'll have a good time.
the quests you have accepted and completed.
Right, MSQ. Earn great XP. Got it. Max level, here I come.
The map.
Oh, follow the map. That thing is pretty useful.
I like the little detail. When he was walking, the map was actually moving too. That's a tiny little detail. It was moving at like walk speed, but I liked that. Felt like that was worth mentioning. Next one's 4 minutes long. So I think this might be the last one they aired on the producer. The live letter. I don't know why I try to say letter from the producer live instead of just live. Class quest, good, that's on there. Quest objectives and fates. Okay.
Hey, Kaz. How are your main scenario quests coming along?
Great. Completed a few, gained a few levels. No big deal.
Good.
But I was wondering about that thing under my main scenariio quest.
Yeah, those are pretty important.
Oh, under your MSQ? That's your class quest. When you join a class's guild, you'll get special quests featuring unique storylines.
I like that. I like the effect of the
which will
hand.
help you earn some awesome abilities and gear. Eorzea has guilds for each class, and you can unlock other classes by visiting
Peace
the
tribes
guilds
lining
in
up for the
each
class
of
quest, I
three
guess.
starting cities after reaching
There you
level
go. So they elaborated. Unlock other classes by visiting guilds after clearing your level 10 class quest. So whereas before they just said hitting level 10, they've now clarified that this is the prerequisite. Maybe a little redundant. Maybe just saying that you can unlock them all after completing certain quests later would have been fine in the earlier one, but it wouldn't confuse anyone. It's just a little bit redundant.
If you want to become a master of different classes, you're welcome to join up and see what each has to offer. For now, let's take a look at your Gladiator class quest. If you're not sure what to do, you can always reference your main scenario guide. Whenever you're able to undertake a new class quest, they will show up here under your next MSQ, so be sure to keep an eye out. Let's see what's next.
All right. Yeah, this man needs a shield.
Oh, right, the Gladiators Guild. Now these are my kind of fighters. Let me talk to the leader to see how to complete my class quest.
That's all good. All good and dandy. First quest, kill a few marmots, kill a few bees, I believe. Maybe it was marmots and... Maybe it wasn't bees. It was one other one. I think it was marmots.
Looks like Mila
marmots,
wants
hornets,
to
and
test
shrews.
you.
There
Ready
you
to
go.
slay some monsters?
I was born ready.
Okay, first let's review the objectives in
Okay,
your
this
journal.
again. It's fine. Slay star
All set?
mammoths, huge
Then
hornets,
let's
and
show 'em
snapping
what you've
shrews.
got.
Get him! Good thing they didn't actually watch him kill all 9 of the enemies.
You did it!
That was good
now
enough.
we can go back to Mila to complete your quest.
Huh? What's that?
That's a fate. He noticed that fate from pretty far away. I don't think he would have got
What's
that
going on
pop-up
here?
from there.
Oh, that player's participating in a full active time event.
I like how they only show one other person doing the fate. Often you will only see maybe 1 or 2 other people unless there's a reason for a lot of people to be doing fates in an area. So yeah, that's fairly normal.
Okay. So what is that?
Full active time events, or fates, are dynamic battles
You know how many people, when they said this, are like, oh, that's what fate stands for. I feel like such a 14 boomer when I know these
that
things.
appear around Eorzea. They can be boss battles, escort missions, or other events, and help you earn some great rewards. These aren't tied to the main scenario, but are fun, optional content that you'll encounter out in the open world. You can gauge the fate level here, the time left, and the progress. Any nearby player can join a fate, and higher level players need to temporarily sync their level to the fate to join. This fate is at a perfect level for you though, so if you want to join, simply
It's a
enter
little
the
low.
fate radius on your map.
It's probably like, what, 5? He did the first Gladiator quest. It's probably like 4 or 5, so that's not
Let's
too
do
bad.
this.
Buffing pre-pull.
Ooh,
He's a
better
new
sync my
player.
level so I can help him out.
He'll learn. There you go. Help him out. Get this done nice quick. Funny thing is, if she's just gonna heal, she doesn't actually need to sink down. She only needs to sink down if she wants to hit the boss and get rewards. But she could also just give him like a beefed up shield, a high level scholar shield, while staying out. That's a fun little tip if you ever see someone struggling in a fate and you don't want to sink down. Yeah, she's just healing. Oh no, she threw a dot at the end. I saw the dot.
You got
So
a
she did
gold
attack.
medal for your
Okay.
contribution and earned a lot of experience.
I wonder if that's
Pretty
the accurate
good for
amount.
your
Wonder what
first
level
time.
that's accurate
You'll
for.
come across
Probably level
loads
7.
of fates as you progress through your MSQs in the open world, so keep a lookout for other exciting challenges.
Oh, another one. Let's go.
Wait, that one's level 20. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, it's not
I'll
gonna.
just
You
go
can
ahead
help
and get a
him.
resurrection
Give him a
ready.
shield.
I regret this.
You can still help him. Oh, Mira. It's okay. It's okay. That video is fine. Just picked fun at a couple little things, but otherwise it was pretty good. Oh no, sorting inventory. You will never, ever, ever get that point across. Sorting inventory. We are all monsters in our own way. Even the most organized of us are at the very least hoarding. So, curious to see how this goes.
He's still wearing that thing.
Oh, thanks. Just taking a nap.
Let's check your inventory.
Hey.
First things
How did
first,
you get
let's
all
get
these
you
things?
organized. Just click
Actually,
an item,
you know what? That's
select
pretty
sort,
accurate.
and voila, nice and tidy.
Whoa, wait. I have a bird.
I wonder why they didn't use actual inventory instead. I guess they didn't want to have to load it up with items, and maybe they can make it animate way cooler here.
You got a wayward hatchling minion. Just select him and you can have a chocobo chick of your very own to accompany you.
Sweet. I'm gonna name him Harold. How does that
Hey,
sound,
Harold.
You seem like a good team.
I would die for him.
Let's bring up your character menu and take a look at the gear in your armory
Die for
chest.
you.
If you're not sure what to equip, click recommended gear to automatically equip your best items.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Recommended gear and... Oh, wow.
So apparently, I forgot this. Apparently they give you right side gear. So maybe he should check his inventory again. Like apparently early on they give you like weathered right side gear now. So I wonder why they just didn't include the accessories on the right side and only the left side. Maybe it is slightly higher level than this. I'd have to double check.
Yeah, not ideal. Here, I've got a better idea.
No, he looks great.
I don't see how you could beat this outfit.
the
but,
mittens.
Okay.
Let's find better gear, and while we're at it, teach you how to win.
Win.
I'm a level 15. I think I know a thing or
He's
two
level
about winning.
15.
Then that's
Wait a
what-
minute. Then how did he die against the level 20? Wait a minute. So he was doing a level 7. It was too much. Then he died. And the next episode began and she resurrected him, unless she just keeps finding him dead because he keeps joining high-level fates. I guess that's the only way that
Perfect
story
level
checks
to
out.
begin the Hall of the Novice.
Would have been a great idea to do a level
Welcome
15.
to the Hall of the
20
Novice.
is a level 15,
Here you
but
can
still.
learn the ropes for your class and earn some awesome gear. You can find a Hall of the Novice NPC located in the Adventurers Guild for your starting city.
This is very important that you do this if you're new. Not only do you get the gear, but you get a ring that increases your experience points up till you hit level 31. It says that it'll give you more EXP up to level 30, but it actually works from level 30 to 31, and it's better than most accessories you'll get at that point regardless, so you'll probably wear it all the way till 50 most likely, unless you do pick something else up. You can use it on the other classes that you're leveling from 1, and it'll help out a bunch. And most importantly, the text does actually have some pretty good advice. Even on healers in Hall of the Novice, it says if you have some time and you don't need to heal, consider throwing out some damage, which is very, very much how the game will play at the higher levels. So, good.
Just look for the green and gold sapling symbol above their head after you reach level 15. There are unique challenges and rewards in the Hall of the Novice for all 3 roles: tank, DPS, and healer. So if you change...
Okay, but not that. That's not the gear you get. That's just them reusing Warrior and Scholar because they had it earlier and then throwing Ninja in there. This isn't the gear you'll get from
Classes
Hall
later,
of the Novice.
don't forget to come back for some training. You ready to give one a shot?
Cue the music. All right, let's see what this is all about.
Ivy's still here,
One
by the
enemy?
way.
Oh, easy peasy. Ow!
See? I'm touching
Oh, I
her
get
back.
it. Avoid those.
There you go.
You got it.
Ready for a few more?
Okay, let's do this.
We'll also practice engaging multiple targets, using a ranged attack, and using combo attacks.
That was more
Bravo.
movement than I've ever
Now
seen
for
in the Hall of the
final
Novice.
exercise.
Shield
Keep
bash,
it
something
up.
a new player
Only
would do.
one enemy left.
Harold, what are you
Two
doing
like
here?
The others.
It's big.
Just remember what you've learned.
This is for you, Harold!
You know, I just realized he would have technically have seen a Goobu before this if he did Guild Hests, because I believe the level 10 Guild Hest ends with a Goobu. No. Okay, I was thinking to myself, also, wait, what's he doing here when he started as Gladiator? No, he did his class quest. He can travel. He's good. This is actually the first Hall of the Novice
Sweet.
you would
This
encounter
ring
in
helps
the
me gain
MSQ.
XP faster.
Nice work. Now let's
mentioned
check
the
out
ring.
your brand new gear.
Ah, get it? It's literally called brand new.
Now you look more like a warrior of light.
Yeah.
There's still a lot to learn and discover, and we've got a ways to go to get you there.
Ah. I meant to do that.
I don't trust this person with a shield. Get him off Gladiator. He's already showing DPS tendencies. I don't trust him. Don't trust him at all. Oh man, that's a big loot chest. Group in the Duty Finder, Dungeon, and Loot. All right, this is
4.
People wish you could do this in game.
999. 1,000.
What's going on here?
Yeah, we're just buffing up to prepare for some pretty major MSQs.
Well, seems like you've made a lot of progress in the story through your main scenario quests. Now, how about we take what you've learned at Hall of the Novice and try out your first dungeon?
Sounds good.
Love that.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Harold, you
I got
my
scared.
Everything.
Well, that warms my heart.
Oh, I have
Let's
something
head
to
over
do
to
at
dungeon
3:30
entrance.
today. I didn't even know it.
Now to tackle it.
Interrupt the video. That was my calendar letting me know I have something to do at 3:30 today. Thank you, calendar. We need to finish this before that happens.
Dungeon. We'll need 4 adventurers.
But look, I'm a lone wolf, all right? I fly solo.
Trust me, learning to be a
Don't
team
do that.
player in Final Fantasy XIV will be well worth it. Just use the Duty Finder to begin automatically searching for a party. Select Duty here,
Go
then
to Duty Finder
to pull up the tab. This is your first time, so you have the dungeon's
Or
Zastasha
you.
unlocked. Let's select it and wait
Mouse and
until a
keyboard
party
every
is ready
time.
to join. As you progress, more
He-
dungeons will
All right, that's a much different dungeon. He's a tank. The fact that didn't pop instantly is a complete
become
lie.
available, each ready to be explored by a hotshot party of adventurers. You can use your Duty
Let's
Finder
just-
to play with your
let's just
friends
start him
or
in
to form a
Zastasha,
party
all
with
right?
available players.
Stop
like we
showing
are
him
now.
level 50
or try
stuff.
the Duty support
And
system
Brayflox.
to play with a group of NPCs. Each party member brings
Good.
important skills from their role. There are damage dealing or DPS classes who take down enemies as quickly as
That's
possible.
a fate.
There are tanks like you who are built to take as much damage
I
as
already
you
have a
throw at
joke
them,
ready for
while
after the
keeping
third
enemies
one.
away from their party. And the healers, who support the party by keeping everyone alive and kicking.
What they meant to say was you have DPS who focus on killing the boss as fast as possible, but get hit by everything because, you know, they're so focused on DPS, there's no way they could do mechanics at the same time. You've got tanks that are being hit by the boss, and they have to press a few buttons to stay alive, but also they're a DPS. And then you have a healer who heals people when they need to, but otherwise, yeah, you're just a DPS. So I fixed it for them. Just a little cliff note at the bottom there.
Time to shine.
Zastasha's still so beautiful. It is genuinely a good-looking dungeon. And all the Realm Reborn dungeons after they fix them are a lot better, too, in general. He's got some high-level people with him. Yeah, he's got a
Looks like
Dragoon
we
and a
have
Black
Black
Mage.
and a Dragoon joining as our DPS players.
She hasn't even explained class the job advancements to him yet. He doesn't even
Remember, Kaz,
understand
as
that
a
he's supposed to
tank,
become a
your
paladin,
job is to
I bet.
divert the enemy's attention and soak up their attacks.
Don't forget your tank stance.
That way the healer, yours truly, can hang back and keep everyone alive, while our Dragoon and Black Mage use their skills
Make sure
as
he turns on
DPS
tank
to
stance.
do some serious damage.
Make sure he turns
Each
on
of
tank
you has an
stance.
important role during combat, so remember
No
to
mention
work
of
together.
tank stance. Okay, so I'm actually surprised they didn't make mention of it. Now, if you're somebody who's new and you read your skills, you probably aren't surprised to know that you should have tank stance up at all times. But every class that is a tank gets a stance that increases the amount of enmity they earn, essentially the attention of the enemies. And if you do not have that on, there's a high probability you will not be tanking the bosses. It requires a little more finessing in the late game when you have to work with another tank and make sure that your aggro is in the right place and that you're swapping at certain times. But just remember to turn on your tank stance when you join a dungeon, especially if you sink down. It will get turned off when you sink down. So very important tip.
All right, Cash, show them how
Made
it's
it to the
done.
last boss real quick.
You sure about this?
You've got it. Provoke it to draw its attention away.
Okay, so not an entirely inaccurate way to start. Provoking is a tool that's used to gain more enmity than any other player in your current party. It's most often used to instantly draw attention of something that is attacking somebody else. You can use it outside of that. Of course, you know, if you're the highest in aggro, it technically increases your enmity past your own. It does also have the advantage of being longer range than your other attacks. You can actually use it to pull enemies from further away. It's not super common to pull bosses with it, however, but it is something that a new player is likely to do, and at least guarantees a modicum of success that they will pull the boss before somebody runs in early or something of that capacity.
From us.
Okay, you got it.
He was just going to stand in that AoE.
Enemy reinforcements.
Oh, nobody
Hold
did the
their
mechanic?
attention while we
No,
take them
Zerg the
down.
boss. Just Zerg the boss down. He actually provoked there. Provoked there kind of okay. Those are really spread out enemies, and because your global cooldown is about 2.5 seconds, you can shield lob one in the case of being a gladiator, provoke another, shield lob another, and you can instantly get attention on them super quick. And then he AoEs them, which is the right thing to do. Black Mage did the caster LB, multiple targets. That is also a good thing to do.
Well done. When
Could have
taking
just
part in
zerged the
group
boss down with the
content,
Dragoon
any
LB,
loot
though.
found in treasure coffers will be added to the loot list on the bottom right.
And
Each character will roll either a need, greed, or pass, and the loot will be distributed automatically to
need.
the player who rolls the highest number.
Press it.
If the loot's designated for your class, you can roll need. Greed can be rolled if the loot isn't designated for your class, but you want a chance to receive it anyway. Or you can pass if you don't want the item.
all right.
Let's see what your party's earned.
Cool.
Whoa, you're in luck. Since the loot's designated for your class, you can roll need to claim them.
Good job.
Looks like someone isn't such a lone wolf after all.
Turns out life is a lot easier when you're part of a pack. Up top, Harold.
You can't reach Harold. So one additional thing, when you're going through main scenario dungeons that are not at a max level or an even level, like if they're level if they're anything below 50, after 50, below 60, after 50, if they're not level 50, 60, 70, 80, or 90, and they're part of the MSQ, or even if they're not, they're just not at those level ranges, they're considered a leveling dungeon. And so they'll actually give you a free piece of loot as well every single time you complete them to guarantee you don't walk away with nothing. That can be the weapon for your class. That could be just an accessory, body piece, whatever. So that is another thing worth mentioning. So he got his weapon. He would have also been guaranteed one other piece to get from just clearing Sestasha. Little things they're missing here or there, but they're things players will likely notice as they're playing anyway. So not that big of a deal. Looks like we have 2 videos left, which is good because I have that. I completely forgot. I had something scheduled for today. And then I have something right after that. Oh no. Trials, Grand Company, and mounts. All right.
Oof, you're a little well done, huh?
We may have rushed into a trial a bit too quickly, but we're about to try again. It's fine.
Wow,
I
taking
know
on
what
bosses
trial
with a
that
group
is.
already? Well, luckily, I have
Mira, it's part of the main scenario. Of course he is.
plenty of advice for just such an occasion.
Oh, don't worry. We've got a plan. You mind opening up that portal thing you're always opening?
Oh, very exciting.
We take on Ifrit in the Bowl of Embers. Me, the White Mage, the Ninja, and the Summoner.
Okay. Preformed party. I was hoping somebody wasn't going to accept the queue.
We rushed in last time, but now we know what to do.
Oh, turn tank stance on. He's all set. Nobody even told him.
Just like the dungeons, each of us has an important role to play. As the tank, I hold Ifrit's attention to
I like
soak
how
up
they
as
got the
much
blocking
damage as I
animation
can,
every
while
time.
our DPS members chip away at his health, building up the limit break to deal a final blow. That way, the White Mage can stay out of harm's way and keep us alive. Last time, we thought Ifrit was our main target, but we realized the infernal nail he spawns is our key to victory.
Oh, smart thinking. Trials
Very
vary
smart.
greatly, each with their own mechanics, which
Carbuncle
require a
just
team
standing
effort.
there not doing anything.
Then, I hold his attention while the team avoids his new area of effect attacks.
Dodging AoEs? Very impressive.
On somebody's latency, they wouldn't have dodged that.
Over the course of the
They
battle, the
wouldn't have made
shared
it.
limit break gauge for the party has been filling up. We didn't notice it last time, but now we're ready. Once the limit break gauge is filled, it's the perfect time for our melee DPS, the Ninja, to use their LB and
Fair.
take the boss down with an ultimate attack.
I see the eruptions going off in the back. Yeah, they got it. Good. That was a nice, quick way to describe everything. Reminding people to use the limit break. Very nice. They still won't
If
do
you'll
it,
excuse
but
me,
I'm
I've
glad
got
you
some
reminded
adventuring
them.
to do.
I'm surprised you didn't complain there was no loot, because a lot of new players, they beat Ifrit, and they're like, oh, I don't get anything from this. I just get to continue the story. Okay. Hey, Minfilia. Ah,
Looks
yes.
like your exploits
Joining
have
a
drawn
grand
some
company.
attention, and you've been invited to join a grand company of your choice. Either the Immortal Flames in Ul'dah, the Twin Adders in Gridania,
Okay.
or the Maelstrom in Limsa Lominsa. Grand companies are a great way to further customize your character, unlocking unique gear,
So that's one way to
special
describe
items,
it.
and even the ability to ride mounts. On that note,
That one's
you might
important.
want to check out that special quest.
Chocobo mount, here I come.
I've never been more proud.
You can't have a minion
and
in a mount.
Look, your first mount.
How is this guy cheating? This guy had Harold was in the duty with him before, so was she. It was a solo duty in the other video, and now he's got a mount with a minion out at the same time?
Yep, meet Gerald.
Shenanigans.
He's Harold's new big
Gerald.
brother. Say hi, Gerald. Whoa, whoa, back soon, Harold!
So, what's living in an egg like?
I mean, he doesn't live in the egg so much as the egg is a part of him. A common misconception to non-Chocobo hatchlings that follow around new players. The end of the beginning, but not the beginning of the end.
My little tank has hit level 30 and already unlocked his first job? Come on, Mayra, don't cry. You promised.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Well, it only gets better from here. Here coming.
Whoa.
That's a much bigger.
Oh, I get one.
Same way I did. By
Recruiting
your
friends, yeah.
Really?
Tell
Okay,
your
guys.
friends about it, and
Now,
they'll tell their
you
friends
don't
about
cry.
it. They have a
You've
little
come
link here in the
so
top right,
far.
too.
You created a character and started your path on the MSQ.
Yeah, that's what the
battled in
Amber
fates,
Draught Chocobo,
and
I
earned
think that's called.
fantastic loot in dungeons and trials using the Duty Finder. And you've only just started. The whole world of Final Fantasy XIV Online is still
This is
ahead
from
of you.
the Endwalker
You can
benchmark.
continue your adventure as a paladin, or unlock the other classes for a completely different approach to the game. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's chocobo racing and mini games at the Gold Saucer.
Okay.
You can learn to craft your
Chocobo
own
racing.
weapons, potions, and armor
More
as a disciple of
Endwalker
the hand.
benchmark. Good use of
Oh,
it.
and you haven't even seen much of the world yet, like or and then you get to join the of the and fight the old and La. And the story, the lore. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it is quite the ride. Oh, speaking of which,
Two
Yes,
people can
please.
ride this one.
Okay, just one quick ride. I'll be right back, you two.
don't worry, they'll snap out of it soon enough. Hold on tight.
Woo! So, when am I gonna get to Heaven's Ward?
One step at a time, big guy.
Oh man, I can't wait to recruit a friend. And I saw there's a side quest where I have to deliver cookies. Are those cookies up for?
Oh, no, not the cookies. Don't deliver the cookies. Don't deliver the cookies. Your adventure awaits. Play free. Top right. Start your free trial now. freetrial.finalfantasy14.com, where you can download and play the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV up to level 60, including the first expansion, Heaven's Ward. And there's the letter from the producer live. That's a culture shock going from that to the letter from the producer live for 6.2. Overall, it was a pretty good series. I feel like maybe towards the end, they didn't want to make the series that much longer, so they skipped around on a lot of the smaller details. And to be fair, it's not meant to be an in-depth guide. There's plenty of content online that'll help people with things like that. But I would have liked to have seen them even elaborate the idea of class 2 job advancement. They just kind of made that a throwaway line as, oh, you unlocked your first job. Whereas a new player might not even be used to that idea. They'll probably find their way to it naturally. But yeah, other than that, they pretty much hit the nail on the head with almost everything. They took care of the majority of the content types. They skipped over some of the older stuff like guild hests. You know, they didn't really bother with that. And they didn't try to bog down on too many of the specific details like the esthetician or dyeing gear or anything like that. Those are things that as long as they've given you the information about the quests and the types of quest markers that you should be able to explore and find organically. Hopefully people do see this. It's kind of tough when one of your primary methods of teaching people the game is not in the game itself. And maybe they'll add something like this to specific parts. Maybe you click on a video and you hit a specific range. Would you like to watch, hey, we noticed you've hit this level. Would you like to watch an official tips video from the team of Final Fantasy XIV? And encourage people to do that. I think if you're going to make official resources, you should really take that extra step to encourage it while in the game. And we see other MMOs do this plenty nowadays. But overall, pretty solid series. Mira's a minor bit toxic, you know, a little condescending to our new friend. But you know what? He kind of deserved it. He was overconfident and a little cocky at times. So, you know, he's got to learn his lesson the hard way. But with that, I'm good to go. Ivy, would you like to say goodbye real quick before we go? Hey, Ivy. Hey. She's like, no, put me down. There you go. There you go. Hi, Ivy. Hi. Nope. Hey. Hey. You good? Come back. Hey. Yeah. See? Sometimes you have a good life. And with that, that is my reaction to the Final Fantasy XIV starter guide. I am going to go take my 3:30, spend a little time with Ivy, and then I've got some endgame activities to go do for any of you beginners out there. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.